Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Hello, it is Friday, October 27th. This is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, and I am John Frenaye. Anne Arundel County Police have identified a body that was discovered in August as that of Jose Hernandez Portillo, 22, who has been missing since March of 2016. The body was discovered in a wooded area of Quiet Waters Park and is considered to be one of the 3 bodies that the county police have recovered they believe are related to gang activity. All indications are that this is the marks of the MS-13 gang, but oddly, nobody in Anne Arundel County nor the city of Annapolis will name names. Very strange. Up in Linthicum, Anne Arundel County has approved another medical marijuana dispensary. GPD LLC received approval back in September, and now they've got the building permits to build at 823 Elkridge Landing Road in Linthicum. It is a former convenience store, and neither county or the state have issued any final permits or licenses. This is the 3rd dispensary approved in Anne Arundel County. The first one was on West Street in the former Papa John's, which is currently under construction, and that is Advanced Alternative Therapies, and the other one is in Edgewater at Solomon's Island Road in the old Susquehanna Bank building on Route 2, and that's being managed by Evolution's Wellness. Yesterday, President Donald Trump did declare the opioid crisis a public health emergency, which could expand access to treatment in some parts of Maryland. The 90-day declaration means that the Department of Health and Human Services can waive regulations that some have said have hampered the response so far. Trump has promised a massive advertising campaign to back that up. Ward 1 candidate for alderman, Ellie Tierney, has taken a couple 1-2 punches with the revelation of a few theft charges lodged against her in the past. Yesterday, she came clean in a statement, and she explained the situation, saying that, "I was fortunate to have a wonderful career that became my life, my identity, my support network through a very difficult marriage, which ended in divorce. To cope with this, I used alcohol to self-medicate while still maintaining my career and being a mother." The finality of her divorce didn't end the emotional complications, as her mother had passed away, and she and her new husband were in the process of purchasing the inn that they own here in the city of Annapolis. Tierney continued, "Without any established support structure, I fell apart, and during that time I made some bad decisions, not all of which I clearly remember, but for which I am fully responsible. I learned that alcohol is a short-term solution and not worth the pain and suffering. Alcohol is no longer a part of my life. I hope that the voters will judge me on my more recent actions, the ones that made you vote for me in the primary." Tierney has vowed to remain in the race and looks forward to November 7th. Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco looked good last night as the Ravens trounced the Dolphins 40-0, but a cheap shot by Kiko Alonso put Flacco out of the game with a concussion and a stitched-up ear. Will he play next week is anyone's guess, but the Ravens now sit at 500 with a 4-4 record. It's that time of the year. Lights on the Bay will be opening up at Sandy Point State Park, but it'll be a little bit different this year as the Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation has given up running it and passed the torch to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. According to President of the SPCA, Kelly Brown, there won't be many changes at all. $15 a car will get you in, and of course they're going to have their lights and leashes, which is for the pups, on November 15th. The Annapolis Striders will be able to run through the park on the 17th, and it opens to the general public on the 18th of November and continues through the 1st of January 2018. And this will be an outstanding boost to the SPCA and what they need to do to run such a great organization for us here in the county.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather. Today is Friday, October 27th, and here is your Annapolis forecast. Skies have cleared across the Annapolis area and will stay that way for the next 24 to 36 hours as we get the benefit of 2 more spectacular days of weather today and tomorrow. For today specifically, we forecasted a target high temp on our website of 67 degrees for both downtown Annapolis and BWI Airport, as high pressure just off the east coast brings in a warmer airflow from the south with its clockwise rotation. We'll have another chilly night tonight, although not nearly as cool as last night, with low temps early Saturday morning in the upper 40s and low 50s. After another great day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine and temps 65 to 70 across all of Anne Arundel County, clouds will start to move in later in the day and evening hours as a cold front approaches from the west and some tropical moisture from the southeastern U.S. gets pulled north along the frontal boundary. Once this happens, the storm will form along the east coast of the United States and will move north-northeastward, bringing a rainy and breezy day to our region on Sunday. So expect rain possibly as early as 8 to 11 p.m. Saturday night, but most likely in the overnight hours heading into Sunday and possibly lasting most of the day Sunday into the afternoon and evening hours. One more thing, Halloween is only 4 days away, and at this point the outlook is for clear skies and cool temps for trick-or-treaters, with temps in the evening most likely in the 40 to 50 degree range. So plan on a great night out and about in the neighborhoods, but definitely plan on bundling up a bit for the festivities. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free app by searching for DC MDVA Weather in your app store, and also be sure to follow us 24/7, 365 on our website at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Remember, whatever the weather out there, have fun and be safe.
The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief is possible in part because of the incredible generosity and support of the Ram's Head on Stage. Ram's Head, where every seat is less than 48 feet from the stage, brings more than 400 concerts and events a year to the area. To wet your whistle, check out some of these upcoming shows. On Saturday, a special afternoon show, and this is kind of unusual. The Laughs and Drafts comedy series will continue with Justin Scott and Spiegel from 98 Rock. Showtime for this uncensored show is 1 p.m. Saturday night is a burlescapade. In a first ever, I think it's a first ever, for Ram's Head, they are bringing Angie Portani and a New York burlesque troupe in for a Halloween spooktacular. The doors are 7 and showtime is at 8 p.m. Next week brings Vonda Shepard, who we will be speaking with on the Maryland Crabs in just a few days, John Lodge from the Moody Blues, and more comedy with the best of Second City on November 5th. Because who doesn't need some comedy 2 days before an election? Tickets are still available for all of these shows, and you can get yours at ramsheadonstage.com, or if you want to go old school, head on down to their box office. It's located in the heart of beautiful downtown Annapolis at 33 West Street, and for a guaranteed great night out on the town, ramsheadonstage.com.
Need to make plans for the weekend? We got you covered. Here are our top picks. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for the events newsletter with a listing of all the upcoming area events.
This seems like a weekend for last call, so let's get right into it. It is the last weekend at Homestead Gardens Fall Festival. I heard from plenty of friends that they dragged kids away from there kicking and screaming, had a great time. You've got 2 more days to get into it, right at their place out in Davidsonville on Central Avenue. It's also your last chance to cruise over to St. Michael's with Watermark. They leave from City Dock and they're heading to the St. Michael's Oyster Festival, and your boat ride does include admission to the Oyster Festival, which is always a great thing over on the Eastern Shore. That's going down on Saturday. This is also the last weekend to get out on the water with the schooner Woodwind, so if you're interested in doing that, see if you can pick up a ticket for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday sales. Now, to get you in the Halloween spirit, Union Jacks is throwing down a party tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, you've got area favorite, the Reagan Years. Tomorrow, a little bit different with the Amish Outlaws. They have costume parties, prizes, giveaways. Union Jacks really does throw down a great Halloween party. If you're more into the pub crawl, Armadillos, McGarvey's, Dock Street, Acme, Stan and Joe's, Fido. It's the Halloween pub crawl. They've been doing it for several years. You can find out more information at pubcrawls.com, and then just click on Annapolis, and it's like right there. Hey, and head on over to our Facebook page, All Annapolis. Check out the top post. We're giving away 5 pairs of wristbands to this pub crawl, so you might win it just for sharing. If you're looking for just some good music tonight, head on over to Metropolitan. Up on the second floor, you've got Kit and the Chardonnay Boys and Mountain Wolf. And if you may have missed them at the Amps and Ales Festival, which was about a month ago over at the Bowie Bay Sox Stadium, this is another chance. They're really good. Culture, Colonial Players. Last week, 33 Variations opened up, and that continues through November 12th. So check them out at Colonial Players, one of the great little theaters that we have here in Annapolis. Unfortunately, all weather points to a washout on Sunday, and it's going to be a sort of a gross, cold, nor'easter kind of a day. So make your plans, do it tonight, do it tomorrow, and just make it a great weekend.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.